These drugs, concealed in the basement of this small makeshift hospital, have become much sought-after commodities. Manufacturing units in Syria have ground to a complete halt, and getting supplied from outside the country is extremely hard. In response to the growing need for medical care, MSF has opened 3 hospitals in Syria. As the conflict wears on, living conditions are worsening.
Most recently, the most common emergency that's required surgery that's not related to the conflict has been burn patients, because it's quite cold right now and people are searching for things to burn to keep warm. Not always the safest practices in terms of heating their homes, and so we do see a number of people who've been injured in accidents related to fuel.
It is increasingly difficult to find health structures not affected by the violence. Priority in the hospitals is given to the war wounded, but the need to treat patients suffering from chronic diseases and victims of domestic accidents is equally important. Travel being so dangerous, women and children are often the silent victims of the conflict.
We can't go anywhere. No one can move, not sick people, no one, not even children. My granddaughter was sick yesterday, but we couldn't take her anywhere. Access to treatment is very difficult.
According to the United Nations, 2.5 million Syrians are displaced within the country, and access to healthcare is extremely difficult. These tents stretch further than the eye can see. Dumi's camp in Iraq was originally intended for 1,000 families, but there are now 50,000 people living here.
This is no longer a camp, it's becoming a small city hosting between 50 and 60,000 refugees. There are refugee camps hosting Syrians in Turkey too, but they don't exceed 15 to 20,000 people.
People who manage to get out of Syria undertake a perilous journey, but have no guarantee that they will be given a place once they arrive at the camp. They usually have to wait many weeks to be registered and assigned their own tent. This woman fled with her 5 children. So far, there is no place available for her family. They have to share a tent outside the camp.
We didn't get a tent, there are none left in the camp. And we have no idea about the procedures in the camp. We have young children who don't have milk, diapers or food. I don't know when we'll get these things, how long the situation will last. They said they'll provide us with these things.
In spite of the generosity of these host countries, the situation is similar in Turkey, Lebanon and Jordan. After 2 years of conflict, refugees continue to pour in, and the need for international aid has become even more pressing. Dr. Issoufou Salah comes to Danileh Hospital under escort. The hospital, which is in the suburbs of Mogadishu, had to suspend its activities for a time because of the fighting. But the hospital has now been open again for 6 months. Some of the buildings and facilities have been refurbished. More than 400 surgical operations have been performed in the operating theatre since the hospital reopened. The hospital has 60 beds. Some of the patients, who are often very young, have been wounded in the conflict.
This child was brought in following an explosion in Merka.
Even if Danileh hasn't seen any combat for several months, there is still some sporadic fighting. The healthcare teams regularly see many patients suffering from chronic illnesses such as diabetes and high blood pressure. Over 250 emergency consultations are provided every month.
He had to have stitches for his head wound. They did an X-ray and it was fine, so they'll give him his treatment and he can go home.
As there's very limited access to healthcare in the country, patients often have to travel a long distance. Since its opening 6 years ago, Danile Hospital has treated some 15,000 patients. The hospital in Jahun is celebrating. After having fistula repair surgery and lengthy rehabilitation, these women are finally cured. But it's been an uphill battle. Fistula is caused by difficult and lengthy home births and can lead to incontinence. Women who are affected often find themselves rejected by society.
The typical experience of a fistula patient that we see in the Jahun program and that is common worldwide is that these women suffer an incredible degree of isolation, stigma, and shunning from their community.
Set up at MSF's instigation, this fistula repair surgery unit at Jahun Hospital has become one of the country's biggest in just a few years. Every month sees over 400 mothers giving birth here in optimum conditions, and around 40 women have fistula repair surgery followed by rehabilitation care.
The process to prepare the patient for surgery and recover them fully after the surgery, rehabilitate them fully, an average inpatient stay would be between 6 weeks, 2 months.
Fistula is a major public health issue in Nigeria. It is estimated that over 800,000 Nigerian women are affected.